Yo, people, check out my new lava lamp. You see that? I just got this new lava lamp. I found it in my dad's basement. It works. It's a lava lamp. Um, yeah, it's week fucking, I don't even know what week it is. I think it's week 6. Right here. We're up against Young Gravy over here. He's packing a team of Dragapult, Mega Glalie, Hippowdon, Excadrill, Empoleon, and Grimmsnarl, as you can see clearly right in front of you with your own 2 eyes. Um, and yeah, we're packing a team as well. We got a team of 6 things, just like he does. Bringing some fat stuff, fat, juicy, licky licky. You already know what it is. Classic Quagsire, classic Klefki, little Moltres action. I brought this fucking black market underground Raikou set that I got off the dark web. It's got Air Balloon with Magnet Rise, Calm Mind, and Scald. So Raikou over here is specifically designed to beat Hippowdon and Excadrill, which is really cool. And then we've also got a Sand Rush Lycanroc, so we can take advantage of his own sand from Hippowdon. And Sand Rush Lycanroc is faster than Sand Rush Excadrill and Dragapult and his whole team, so hopefully this thing can put in a lot of work. And yeah, in terms of what I want to lead with, I don't really know. I haven't gotten that far. He brought a lot of offense this week. He brought like all of his offensive threats. I'm surprised there's no Magmortar or no Sceptile. I really thought he was going to bring Sceptile, to be honest, for Quagsire, but we do see Grimmsnarl and Mega Glalie. I did think he was going to bring Mega Glalie, and we see Empoleon. Not sure what Empoleon is going to do, but, in terms of like what I want to lead with, I think Klefki is probably a fine lead overall, so let's just lead with Klefki. So he actually leads Empoleon, which is interesting. Not sure what Empoleon right here is going to want to do, if we're being completely honest. Stealth Rock would be kind of annoying because our Moltres is not Heavy Duty Boots. It's actually Shardy Berry, so we can take a Rock-type move. But yeah, Stealth Rock would actually be annoying for Moltres, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, this Klefki can't really do anything to Empoleon, so I think I just want to switch into Quagsire. And yeah, so we do see Stealth Rock, so we're going to have to defog those away with Klefki, which is a little bit annoying. But we are packing the defog on Klefki to help us deal with Grimmsnarl shenanigans. I'm not sure if he'll bring an offensive Grimmsnarl, but I think we're equipped to deal with that if he does. But I was kind of just expecting a support Grimmsnarl. Ooh, this is the one time he wished he brought Grass Knot. Is he bluffing? Does he actually have Grass Knot? I don't know. Earthquake is pretty safe here, though. He doesn't have a ground immunity, so I think I'm just going to click Earthquake. So get some chip damage on Mega Glalie. That's a clean 44, so I'll take that. Now Mega Glalie is in. That's kind of annoying. I think I'm just going to go straight back into Klefki to take this hit from Mega Glalie. I think that's my best play. He probably has Freeze Dry. I'm assuming he has Freeze Dry to hit this Quagsire right here. I am max physical defense on Quagsire, so Freeze Dry would hurt. It might even take us out. So I'm going to go Klefki. And yeah, we do see the Freeze Dry, just as I anticipated. He could go for Earthquake here. I really thought about bringing Magnet Rise on this also, but I opted for Foul Play to one-hit KO Dragapult. But yeah, it also Foul Play hits Excadrill and stuff. I could go for Foul Play here, but I think Defog is just better. Like, I want to just... I mean, Empoleon is still at full HP. I don't know. I mean, he's either going to stay in and go for Earthquake, or he's going to switch out into maybe like Hippowdon or Excadrill. Foul Play won't do much to Hippowdon, unfortunately. I think I just want to defog, though. So we do see Excadrill. Defogging is good, so Stealth Rock is gone. I'm assuming Empoleon is his only Stealth Rocker, but like, this thing could have Stealth Rock. I mean, Hippowdon could have Stealth Rock. I don't know. I don't know. So, but I have a physically defensive Quagsire. which is made specifically for this Excadrill, so I think I'm just going to go into that. It's at full HP. I don't want to take an Earthquake, obviously, with Klefki. So he's actually going to double out into Hippowdon and get the Sand up as I go Quagsire. That's like honestly fine. That's like honestly fine. I think I'm just going to fire off a Scald. I could Toxic. Alternatively, I could Toxic. But I think Scald is just my safest play. So he actually goes for Toxic and misses. Cool. So he tries to Toxic Quagsire. That's not terrible because I actually have Heal Bell. I have Heal Bell on Licky Licky, so I can heal that. And I think I'm going to try to Toxic this Hippowdon. Nope, he goes Empoleon. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, Hippowdon is at 63 now. But yeah, like, Quagsire here is still at full HP. I'm just going to click Earthquake again. So he goes for Knockoff. Knocks off my leftovers. And that Earthquake is going to do some clean chip damage to Empoleon. So Quagsire is just out here getting chip damage on everything. That's what I like to see. I'm just going to fire off another Earthquake. That Ice Beam is not going to do much. This Empoleon can't recover. We are unaware we're not water absorbed, but he doesn't know that. I'm going to go for Recover now, I think, just to stay healthy, as I can take out Empoleon with the next Earthquake, as he ends up going Grimmsnarl. Perfect. I have a safe switch into this with Klefki, but I think first I want to try to Toxic it. If it's sub, then that's a little bit annoying, but let's try to Toxic it. Ooh, Grimmsnarl brings out the Power Whip. Ooh, that kind of sucks. I did not know that Grimmsnarl learned Power Whip. I'm going to be honest. I had no idea. That was a critical hit too. I don't know if that mattered. If he's offensive, it probably didn't. But I am max HP, max physical defense, so it might have. That sucks for me though. Grimmsnarl just took out Quagsire, but Quagsire did weaken Empoleon a great deal and get some chip damage on these two, which is good. But it's going to be a little bit harder for me to deal with Excadrill now, not going to lie. I think right now I could go Klefki, but then like if I go Klefki, he can just bring back out like Empoleon or something. I think I want to put a little bit of offensive pressure on him and go Moltres. I think Moltres is good here because I can just fire off a Flamethrower. He doesn't really have a switch into Flamethrower now that Empoleon is weak and Hippowdon is a little bit weak. So I'm just going to fire off a Flamethrower. So he does end up having Light Screen, so that's fine. I wasn't sure if he was going to have it or not. I think now I'm going to fire off a Toxic. Yep, so we Toxic Grimmsnarl. Cool. Spirit Break is here. That's going to lower our special attack a little bit. That's like honestly fine though. I'm going to Flamethrower again as he goes Empoleon. That's not a 2-hit KO. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that'd be a 2-hit KO. But will Scorching Sands? I mean, if Flamethrower did 14, 90 times 1.5 is 135. Scorching Sands, it's going to do about the same. I think we can 2-hit KO. I think it's worth it. I don't know if we'll live a Scald, though. Alternatively, I could just go like Licky Licky and attempt to bring Moltres back out later. I think it's worth it to save Moltres, honestly, at this amount of HP. Yeah, I don't know if I want to stay in and play with this Empoleon. I don't know if I do. Like, I know that Empoleon doesn't get any healing moves, so it can't recover. It just has leftovers. I could go Hard Raikou. That is an option. I mean, if my Air Balloon pops, like, so be it. You know what I mean? You know, if my Air Balloon pops, so be it. But I think I need Moltres still. So, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go Hard Raikou. Fuck it. If he goes for knockoff, he goes for knockoff. I can just knock this thing out with Thunderbolt. And if he goes Hippowdon, we can just start Magnet Rising and Calm Minding. Yeah, so the Scald, that did a lot because of the Torrent boost. But Thunderbolt can knock him out here. Let's see if he goes into Hippowdon. And let's see how many turns of Light Screen he has left. See if this Grimmsnarl has a Light Clay or not. The Hippowdon does have Toxic though, which does foil my plans a little bit of just Magnet Rising and Calm Minding, because he could put me on a timer with Toxic. So that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, we still have Licky Licky at full HP though, which is good. So we can potentially like wish this thing back up if we get the opportunity. So he actually ends up going back into Grimmsnarl. And we get a critical hit. Ooh, that mattered a lot, because critical hit hits through Reflect. So he definitely would have survived that critical hit. He definitely would have survived that Thunderbolt, but not with the critical hit. So good job, Raikou. Good job. That's totally worth it for me. I'm really glad I got that. That's justice for the critical hit on Quagsire. Don't know which one mattered more, but yeah, that's really good for me. So now Dragapult is here, but like I have a full health Licky Licky, so I'm just gonna go into that. I think Licky Licky can deal with just about any Dragapult set that he brings here. Dragon Dance is probably like the worst option if he brings that, if he's that, but if he's like Specs or anything like that, like, I think we can deal with it just fine. Oh wow. He just went for a Power Herb Solar Beam. That was beautiful. That was honestly beautiful. I commend you, sir. Let's go for knockoff. So let's knock off whatever item this Hippowdon has. Leftovers, that's really nice. Hippowdon is here. I feel like he's probably just gonna go for Toxic, if I'm being real. Like, if I'm being real with you. It does suck that we lost Quagsire though, because it makes dealing with this Hippowdon a lot more annoying. But let's wish Toxic, and then after the Toxic we can Heal Bell. Just want to stall out this Light Screen a little bit. Now that Light Screen is gone, it won't be coming back because Grimmsnarl is dead. Hippowdon does heal back up though, which is kind of annoying. But we get our Licky Licky healthy. Problem is though, I think something has to take a Toxic here. That's the problem. Yeah. Lycanroc is in a really good position to win though. I'm not gonna lie, this thing may just beat me. It's true. Licky Licky does just beat teams. We've seen it. Yeah, I do want to keep Licky Licky around and healthy, especially for Dragapult, but I think Lycanroc looks really good here, as long as Sand stays up. I'm really just struggling on how to deal with this Hippowdon. I think first I want to go Moltres and attempt to Toxic it, because he's going to Toxic me, but that's fine. I couldn't really go Klefki there, because then I would have just had to take an Earthquake. But yeah, now that Moltres is here, I can go for a Toxic of my own. If he goes into Empoleon, I think I can just take it out with Flamethrower. Unless I go for Flamethrower right now, predicting Empoleon. That'd be a good play. I think I might do that actually, because how much did Flamethrower do last time? Flamethrower did 14% last time to Empoleon, but that was at -1 attack, so that means it'll probably do around 20% this time, but yeah, it's not going to be enough to take it out, is the problem. So I think I have to go for Flamethrower here and 2-hit KO it if it comes in. So Hippowdon stays in. Oh, and he goes for Rock Tomb. But we live that with the Shardy Berry, so that's cool. I'm cool with that. I think now it's worth it to Flamethrower again. I think it's worth it for me to Flamethrower again. I don't want Moltres to go down here, but it might have to. Because that did 50%. If I knock out Hippowdon, that's great. I mean, the only problem with knocking out Hippowdon is that Lycanroc won't get the Sand boost. So I think he saves Hippowdon here. Like, I honestly think he saves Hippowdon here, and getting a Flamethrower off on anything, like, if he goes into either one of these three, Flamethrower will knock them out. If he goes to Dragapult, getting chip damage on that is really good. So I think I want to go for Flamethrower here. Like, I don't think he lets Hippowdon go down, is what I'm saying. I don't expect him to want to stay in with Hippowdon here. I expect him to want to save Hippowdon for the Sandstorm. And I don't know if Toxic damage will even kill me at this point, so let's just go for Flamethrower. Yeah, because that's what I wanted. I wanted Empoleon to come in, and I wanted to take that thing out. So that's good. Toxic does knock me out. That's kind of unfortunate. So we trade Moltres for Empoleon. Okay. That's not terrible for me. Hippowdon's at 50%, which is good. Glalie is scary, though. I'm not gonna lie. Glalie is definitely scary. But like I said, Lycanroc is in a good position to win here. If we can take out Hippowdon, Lycanroc can probably just win. So it's really good. I think I want to come on out with Raikou right now. So if he goes Hippowdon, then that's exactly what I want. So let's go Raikou. He goes Dragapult instead. Yeah, I don't really want to stay in and mess around with this Dragapult if I'm keeping it real. I just want to go into my safe Licky Licky. I want to make the safe play and go into Licky Licky. All we've seen is Power Herb Solar Beam, so we know that this Dragon Bolt has no item anymore, which is a little bit unfortunate, because it means Knockoff is going to do less damage. So yeah, Dragon Bolt is certainly a problem. Yeah, so Shadow Ball, we're immune to that, so that's good. I'm glad that he's special and not physical with Dragon Dance, that's for sure. I don't know what he does here, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what he does here, but I kind of want to double out into Klefki. So he actually goes Hippowdon. I was thinking about doubling out into Raikou, but I kind of thought he would go Glalie. That's fine, though, honestly. So we've seen Toxic, Slack Off, and Rock Tomb. I'm assuming his last move was Earthquake. It only makes sense. Yeah, this Hippowdon is actually really annoying. He's either going to go for Slack Off here or Earthquake, but I don't want Klefki to take this hit because I think I need Klefki for Glalie plus Dragapult. Yeah, this Hippowdon is a serious problem, I'm telling you. This Hippowdon is a serious problem. Like, he can just sit in here with Hippowdon, and luckily I have Scald and Raikou, but like other than that, I don't really have anything to really threaten it out. Like, Lycanroc can't really do anything to Hippowdon, which sucks. But Lycanroc can deal with these last three, so that's good. I already knocked off Hippowdon's leftovers, and both of my Toxic users went down, which really sucks. Like, I really wanted to Toxic this Hippowdon, but now I can't do that. So, that's bad for me. Like, I can go Licky Licky here, but, like, I can't really do anything to Hippowdon other than just, like, sit here and stall. That's the only problem, you know? But I also don't want Klefki to take this Earthquake. So I am going to go Licky Licky. I mean, yeah, he could have gone for Slack Off there, but, like, you know, what was I to do, you know? What was I really to do? I'm just going to go for Knockoff here. He's probably, like, I don't know what he's going to do, but I can just sit here and stall this Hippowdon for a little while, but, like, I just need to get an opportunity for me to go Raikou on this Hippowdon, because I need to use Raikou to take out this Hippowdon. That's the only way I'm beating it. So yeah, Knockoff did 7%, so like, this is kind of useless for me. So he actually ends up going Excadrill. That's kind of annoying. I don't know what this thing is, because he hasn't gone for any moves yet. I think I have a Wish Up, so I think I'm just going to go for Knockoff in front of this thing's face. So he goes for Earthquake. That did 35. I knock off his Expert Belt. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm going to click Heal Bell here as he goes back into Hippowdon and sets up Sand again. So a little chip damage on Excadrill is good. That definitely puts it in Lycanroc range. But yeah, this pesky Hippowdon is back out. I might have to sacrifice Klefki to get Raikou in on Hippowdon. I think that's what it might come down to, if I'm being completely honest. I think that's what it might come down to. I am expecting a Toxic here, so I'm going to go Klefki. He actually goes for Earthquake. Well, I was wrong, people. I was very much wrong. But yeah, now he's probably going to go for Earthquake again. I'm going to let Klefki here go down. And just set up a Spike, I think. Maybe get some chip damage on this might be better. Yeah, maybe getting some chip damage on this might be better. I can't lose to this Hippowdon though. That's for certain. Yeah, let's just Dazzling Gleam. I think it's safer. I mean, I really wanted to go for a Spike there to keep them up for the late game, but that like little bit of damage on Hippowdon is nice. Like I think it might have mattered. He probably knows I have Scald at this point. Like worst case scenario here is he goes Dragapult for me. That's like worst case scenario. But I'm guessing he just stays in. I'm gonna click Magnet Rise, as he probably goes for Earthquake. I mean, I hope here he goes for Earthquake. That's what I want him to do. Worst case scenario for me is he goes Dragapult. Yeah. I think Glalie is in range of an Accelerock from Lycanroc, which is good. Lycanroc will always outspeed Excadrill, whether or not it's in the sand, and it will knock it out with close combat. And Lycanroc also has Sucker Punch for Dragapult. But if we're in the sand, Lycanroc can outspeed Dragapult and take it out with close Play Rough. Play Rough. So that's like my win condition right now, is to clean up his team with Lycanroc. Okay, so he stays in and goes for Earthquake. Perfect. That's what I wanted right there. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm going to click Scald here. I'm not going to mess around with Calm Mind. I don't think it's worth it for me, to be honest. I want just like clean damage on this Hippowdon. And if I'm being honest, I think he might go Dragapult. So yep, perfect. Ooh, it didn't take it out. And he goes for Toxic. Okay. That's fine, though. I'm going to sit here and not let Hippowdon recover. As he goes Dragapult. It's fine. Can I get a burn? Ooh, I like that burn. That's a clutch burn right there. Oh, I'm going to save Raikou at this point. I am going to save Raikou at this point, I think. I think it's worth it for me to save Raikou at this point. Hippowdon is at 6. I mean, that might be enough HP to die to a knockoff. It might. I was hoping that Dazzling Gleam damage that I went for with Klefki was enough for Scald to knock it out, but it wasn't. It survives at 6%. It's unfortunate. So yeah. I think saving Raikou here, though, is the play, and just going Wiki, to be honest. So he goes for Surf. Yep. It's a cool Dragapult set. It's got Solar Beam and Surf. Wonder what his last move is. Probably Draco Meteor, if I had to guess. Maybe Flamethrower. I think I actually can't beat Wiki. Dude, quote that. Someone quote that right there. Screen cap that. Screen cap that right there. Okay. I'm going to go for knockoff in case he goes Hippowdon, tries to heal. Hopefully knock it out. I don't want to let Hippowdon get off a slack off. He goes Glalie. That does nothing. That does like no damage. What do I do now? I mean, the chip damage on Dragapult is good. I want to say that's a Sucker Punch now. I want to say we're at the point now where Lycanroc can just win, but I just got to get it in safely. I'm going to click Heal Bell. Okay, so he takes... I kind of wanted him to 2-KO me so I could get him Lycanroc. That's kind of what I wanted, but it's fine. I'm actually going to go for Wish. So he keeps going for Freeze Dry. I wonder what else he has. Does he not have, like, Double Edge? Or Body Slam? I wonder. Will he go for it now? Go for Explosion. Oh, man. Why does nobody run Explosion? Whoa! Oh. So he got a Freeze, but I thawed out immediately. Boof Lord does not care about your Freeze. Just gonna sit here and click Wish. Licky might just win at this point, which is cool. I just don't want him to go Hippowdon and click Slack Off. That's what I don't. That's what I don't want. For a sec there, I thought I had a chance. Me too. I was scared. Just gonna sit here. I mean, I'll knock off until this Glalie goes down. We actually knock it out there. Cool. I'm very much okay with that. He probably goes like Excadrill here, I imagine. Maybe Hippowdon. Maybe Hippowdon. So he does go Hippowdon here. How much did Raikou's Scald do last time? So the Scald on Hippowdon did 62 last time. If he goes for Slack Off here, he'll be at 57. So if I go Raikou here, I think that's a good play. Because if he goes for Slack Off, I can outspeed him and take him out with Scald, because he'll be in range. If he goes for Earthquake, then he'll still be at 7%. Raikou will die, and then I can just go into Lycanroc and clean up the rest of his team. And if he goes for Toxic, that's fine. So yeah, I'm going to go make the Raikou play. See what he goes for. Goes for Slack Off, yep. That's fine, because now I can just outspeed him and go for Scald. As he doesn't make the switch back into Dragapult, so that was a good play on his part. He did end up healing up his Hippowdon, which is what I didn't want him to do, actually. Since I doubt I'll get to see what is your last move on Wiki. It's Protect. My last move is Protect. I think I used all my moves. So yeah, I need to save Raikou for Hippowdon. I know this. Hippowdon is in range of Scald. Last one did 62. He's at 57. 57. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight back into Licky here though. On this Dragapult. It's gonna take Sandstorm and Burn damage, which is really good. And yeah, I think I can just click Knockoff. So he goes Excadrill. Fine. That is like totally fine. Man, I just want to get a safe switch into Lycanroc. But I need to save Raikou now, because Hippowdon is healthy. Ugh. Jeez. Jeez Louise, man. Let's go for Wish. It's a good thing I've got Licky, you know? What I would do if it wasn't for this Licky. Let's reveal my last move. My last move is Protect. It's Protect. I don't know what I would do, man, if it wasn't for this Licky. So, I'm gonna make the Raikou play once again, I think. Is my best play. I can't sack Lycanroc. I need Lycanroc for Excadrill. And Dragapult is in range of a Sucker Punch, guaranteed. But I need to keep Hippowdon at low HP, so I'm gonna go... actually, no. I don't know, because if he takes out Raikou here, then that's kind of bad for me. Oh, this goddamn Hippowdon, man. I got the Hippowdon low and I let it heal. What was I doing? I'm really making mistakes. This Hippowdon is a huge problem. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. So if I go Raikou here, and he goes for Earthquake, yeah, I don't know if Close Combat will knock it out. And I don't want to risk it, because if it doesn't, then... Well, the good news is I think Licky can actually stall out these two, which is like the good news, but do I want it to come down to that? I don't know. But yeah, I just gotta get damage on this Hippowdon, man. I predict him to go for like Toxic here. Maybe Slack Off. If he goes for Slack Off, I can Scald it, and then it'll be even lower. It'll be at like 40 or like 35. And then it might be in range of Close Combat. And then I'd probably risk it. Then I'd probably go for Close Combat. It's just like, what do I do that versus this thing, though? What do I do? I don't know. I really don't know. I do think Licky can just win. Let's go for Raikou. Hopefully this isn't a choke. Okay, he goes for Slack Off. I really hope I'm not choking. I'm gonna go for... I mean, alternatively, I could go for Magnet Rise, but I think his safest play is to go for Rock Tomb. And take me out either way, so I'm gonna go for Scald. Let's go for Scald. I wish it took it out the first time, man. I wish this Hippowdon didn't survive at like 6%. Oh my god. Now it's back at full HP. Pesky Hippo. He goes into Dragapult. Alright, so he's really saving the Hippo. He knows it's a win condition. I gotta switch out Raikou, because Raikou is gonna die to one more turn of Sandstorm damage. So yeah, I'm gonna go right back out into Licky. That's not a 2-hit KO, because I've got physical defense up the wazoo. And you already know what we're going for. We're going for Wish. That's right, people. And then guess what we're going for next? We're going for Protect. Yep. Let's go for Knockoff here. I kind of think I should let... Oh, he goes back into Hippowdon. Maybe I should have let Licky go down there. That might have been a better play. But, hindsight. Well, this is going to be a long one. It might. This might be a while of Licky and Hippowdon just sitting here and being fat. I warn you all now. Consider this a fair warning. We might just sit here and be fat for a while. He goes for Toxic. I'm just glad he doesn't have Whirlwind. Yeah, my biggest fear is this Hippo not dying. I agree. You got a critical hit on that Earthquake, which actually sucks. Means I have to go for Protect. Beef Lord, come through. Beef Lord. Let's go for Heal Bell. This Toxic damage is a problem. If he goes for Toxic again here, that's a really good play. But after this Sandstorm damage is done and Licky, it'll be easier to stall this thing out. Yeah, I don't really know what to do now. I think, like, I want to say Scald plus Close Combat can just take out this Hippowdon. I think that's what I have to play off of. If I'm being, like, brutally honest. I think that's what I have to bank this game off of. If I go for Knockoff here, it'll be even lower. Let's see, 6%. He goes for Toxic. I'm gonna go for Heal Bell. At this point, I want Hippowdon to take out Licky Licky, but I don't want it to be at 100%. I want it to stay at 81. Let's see what he does. I should live another Earthquake. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see if he goes for Slack Off here. Or he knocks us out. If he goes for Slack Off, I'll go for Wish. Either way to be safe. But if he knocks us out with Earthquake, then that's fine. So he does knock us out with Earthquake. Okay. I'm going to go Raikou now, and I'm going to click Scald first, and then I'm going to go Lycanroc second, I think, is my best play. At this point, I don't think it really matters too much. I know that Excadrill will definitely die to close combat, though, and I know I definitely have enough speed to outspeed it. See, I'm at 303. You can only reach 302 max. I can't tell if I lose to Lycanroc or not. I think we're about to find out. I'm going to click Scald here. It's my best play. He at this point, he has to take me out, I think. And I think he knows that. Yep, so at 21%, oh, and a burn, it'll definitely, yeah, see, Rock Tomb was his best play in case I magnetized. So yeah, I think Lycanroc wins. I want to say a close combat will take it out from, will take out Excadrill from where it's at. So let's go for close combat. Lycanroc, clean it up, bring it home. There's one. Show me two, Lycanroc. I've got enough speed to outspeed this guaranteed. Show me two. GG. Lycanroc takes it home. Let's go. That's a win for the New England Patrats. That was a close one. That was a close one. I think we played that well, though. I'm really happy with how we handled that late game. Yeah, Hippowdon was a huge problem. Grimmsnarl taking out Quagsire with the Power Whip early on was a game changer. Really good prep on his part, bringing Power Whip Grimmsnarl. Was not expecting that. Getting rid of Empoleon early was good. Honestly, I'm curious about his Glalie set. I don't know why he didn't go for any moves other than Freeze Dry, because I thought if he went for like Body Slam or Double Edge, it would have been a huge problem. And a very cool Dragapult set, too. Luckily, I had Licky Licky to shut it down, but very cool Dragapult set. But yeah, GG to our boy Young Gravy. That is, I think, week 6. Whatever. You guys can tell what week it is by the title of the video. So, yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Remember to be safe out there. And yeah, fuck it. I don't know. Outros are hard, man.